All right, so we are back. Let's get into this story right here. Talk Radio.
The attorney of Carlee Russell speaking out after a meeting with the Hoover Police Department about his client, Carlee Russell, who recently faked her own disappearance. WDHN's Robert Smith Jr. joins us live in the newsroom with more on the story that is continuing to gain statewide as well as nationwide attention. Robert, what did her attorney have to say today?
Yeah, hey, Mike. Russell's attorney did confirm that he expects charges to be filed against his client for faking her own disappearance. Now, this morning, Emory Anthony met with the Hoover Police Chief, Nick Durzis, about his client, Carlee Russell. This comes after a press conference on yesterday when Chief Durzis read a statement from her attorney, Anthony, stating that the 25-year-old nursing student was not abducted along the highway of I-459 in Hoover the night of July 13th, and she did not see a child walking along the interstate. Today, the meeting with the police department was short and a productive one.
It's a great meeting, a short meeting, just to try to identify some things about where we go from here, responsibilities that we need to take care of. But it was a great meeting, and I want to commend the Hoover Police Department and the Chief of Police for their action and how they had handled everything. So.
All right, so let's get into what she's facing. Let's get into that. All right. There it is. Alabama police seeking 2 misdemeanor charges against Carlee Russell. Prosecutors say misdemeanors. Charges that could be filed in Alabama against Carlee Russell carry a maximum 1-year prison sentence. Misdemeanors, though. Police are seeking 2 charges against Carlee Russell, the Alabama woman who went missing and then returned home 2 days later. Jefferson County Chief Assistant District Attorney Lane Tolbert told Fox News Digital. Russell, 24, dialed 911 on July 13th around 9:34 p.m. and reported a toddler walking along the south side of Interstate 459 near Birmingham, Alabama, according to Hoover Police Department. She later returned home on July 15th at around 10:45 p.m. And police say she was seen walking on a sidewalk in her neighborhood beforehand. Tolbert told Fox Digital that police are seeking to charge Russell with false reporting to law enforcement authorities and false reporting an incident, both of which are misdemeanors and carry a maximum punishment of 1 year in jail. All right. The police department declined to comment and reach for comment. When asked when charges could be filed, Tolbert said, "We are just advisors." To me, I'm sorry. She needs to spend a little bit more time in jail. I 1 year. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's just not enough. I know people are going to look at me and say, "Well, you're being harsh. You're being cruel." No. And this is why I say what I say. This is the reason why. Okay? I'm going to show you why. Give me 1 minute. This is why I say what I say. These are the missing persons that needed attention, not Carlee Russell. Aaliyah Alexander, missing since June 25th, 2023, missing from Fairfield, Alabama. Age now 16. Dalacia Burton, missing since June 2nd, 2023, missing from Birmingham, Alabama, now 16 years of age. Alea Mays, missing since May 14th, 2023, missing from Birmingham, Alabama, now 13. Jasmine McReynolds, missing since May 11, 2023, missing from Mobile, Alabama, age 15 now. Lushana King, missing since May 6, 2023, missing from Huntsville, Alabama, age now 16. India Newman, missing since August 24th, 2022, missing from Contrenell, Alabama, age now 18. Cornelius Anthony, missing since June 2022, missing from Birmingham, Alabama, age now 14. Jonathan Coleman, missing since February 17th, 2022, missing from Birmingham, Alabama, age now 15. Jeremiah Lloyd, missing since November 22, 2021. I'll read it again. Jeremiah Lloyd, missing since November 22nd, 2021, missing from Birmingham, Alabama, age now 18. Arthur Johnson, missing since September 9th, 2021, missing from Pinson, Alabama, age now 15. Jabron Williams, missing since April 17th, 2021, missing from Minter, Alabama, age now 19. Jason Sims, missing since January 1st, 2015, missing from Fairfield, Alabama, age now 24. Missing Brittany Robinson, missing since June 14th, 2012, missing from Mobile, Alabama, age now 25. Tarasha Benjamin, missing since June 26, 2010, missing from Selma, Alabama, age now 30. LaQuanta Riley, missing since December 7th, 2003, missing from Montgomery, Alabama, age now 39. Fred Wright, missing since December 6, 1998, missing from Tuskegee, Alabama, age now. This is 1998. Fred Wright, missing from December 6, 1998. Missing from Tuskegee, Alabama, age now 38. Kimberly Arrington, missing since October 30th, 1998. Missing from Montgomery, Alabama, age now 41. This tweet is from Funky Girl GG83. Carlee Russell, your stunt taken away from real missing and exploited people. Here are a few active cases out of Alabama that deserve all the attention that you have gotten. She needs to do 5 years. She needs to do that. I don't care what anybody says. All right? You have real missing people. And they don't get, their families are aching and they're in pain. And they needed that attention that Carlee Russell got. And they never got that. Her story made national news. Their story did not. Okay? Let me read you this right here. Okay? Tweet from Gamer Maxi. For those who say it's none of our business what happened to Carlee Russell, take a moment to read this. I live in her neighborhood, just a few streets over from her house. I do not know her personally, but our community rallied together and put forth our best efforts to find her. We collected donations and sent thousands of dollars to her parents via Venmo, Cash App, gift cards, and cash. We held a community-wide prayer vigil on her street. We printed and hung posters all throughout the town. We hosted a prayer and popsicles one day in the neighborhood park. A neighborhood created a sign-up sheet to take her parents' meals for weeks. Crafty people in our neighborhood created pink and green awareness ribbons that were all displayed on our front doors at our expense. Just to name a few things, we devoted ourselves. We all mourned together for the 2 whole days. We dropped everything to help her and provide support for her parents. Some of us were in fear for our own lives. And then this story began to unfold. And like the rest of the country, we began to scratch our heads. People removed themselves from the meal signs up sheet. The bows on dwindling from the porches and our neighborhoods deserve answers. Her parents want privacy. And then go on to today's show. We gave our all for her and her family. And we're waiting on bated breath for some good news. I personally dropped to my knees and sobbed when I got a text saying that they found her. Okay? People invested time into this. Okay? That could have been invested, all right, in putting efforts into finding these missing people that I just read their names.
Was kidnapped in Alabama in 2019 and also.
So I'm upset. You have kids missing from 1998. Do you have any idea how long ago that was? I am pissed off. You got real parents crying their eyes out, remembering their kid's voice. And sometimes as they get older, it's hard to remember that. Their kids are gone. And this one pulled a hoax and got everybody to rally over a lie. Let me let you hear what this woman has to say. And this woman right here, she actually lost her child. And she went to help the Russells find her daughter, only for this to be a lie. Let's let this woman speak right here.
So, most of you know I led the search for Carlee.
So that lady right there is the beautiful and caring Miss Angela Harris. Her daughter, Anaya, was kidnapped in Alabama in 2019 and also unalived. Now, all the memes that we are making about Carlee is real funny, but I just want to take a time out to recognize this lady because this lady led a search for y'all cousin Carlee. And I can't just help but feel the pain and agony that this lady felt reliving the trauma of her actual child that actually was kidnapped for real and abducted. Like, thinking about her daughter's last words, thinking about her last feelings, thinking about exactly what happened to her and why it was happening to her. That actually happened to her daughter for real. And she led the search for Carlee. So just imagine what this lady had to relive in her heart. Like, that shit is not cool. Carlee needs to be Baker-acted and incarcerated because that shit is not cool. Yes, we all did some little weird things.
And it's always that Black people want to try and say, well, we all did some foolishness before. No. It's called accountability. For some reason, You don't want that. Or you want to say some stupidness like, well, they weren't really looking for her. I mean, come on now. They weren't really looking for Carlee Russell. Doesn't matter. The fact that they knew it was a lie, that should tell the fact that they knew that. And they probably wanted to just go blast it up, but they didn't want to do that. You know why? Because if they said it was a lie due to the cultural climate that we live in, they would have been called racist. So they had to let it play out. Use your brains. That's really just easy to understand. All right? It's really easy. I heard she got fired from her job. Good. She got fired, but she needs to do more than 1 year. She needs to do 5 years. And her parents, they need to cough up the money. If she can't pay, if Carlee can't pay it, oh well. Her father works at a bank. He has a good position. He makes good money. We've seen the picture of his house. He makes good money. I don't care if he got to put the house up. I don't care. You should have checked your daughter. Whatever illness she had, you knew about it. And you did nothing to get her treatment and help. I don't care how mentally ill. Because you know what? With mentally ill people, they know who to play games with. And since she grew up in a privileged home, you probably didn't discipline her when she acted out.
Told some little white lies and all that. But
this is not a white lie at all. This is a lie that took attention away from parents who are really suffering from their kids being abducted, and they never saw their kids again.
Something like this is not normal and it's not cool. I want to send my deepest condolences to Ms. Angela Harris, and I feel your pain. I have never lost a child. God, I hope I never have to lose a child. But I just can't help but feel the pain that this lady felt leading that search. Like, her daughter was in the woods. You fake missing in the woods. Like, she had to relive the pain of thinking, like, what was...
And reliving that pain, and Carlee in the woods eating Cheetos. Freaking Cheetos. But guess what else is happening now? Guess what else?
And charged with a felony after falsely reporting her friend had been kidnapped. Police say the girl said she got the idea from YouTube and thought it would be funny. Officials say people who make these false reports will not only face serious charges, they may even have to cover the response costs.
Hopefully she learns a valuable lesson out of this. She told me she did. We'll see. I know her parents weren't too happy, but if they get a bill for, $10,000, $15,000 for this response, it'll really cause you to look and see what your kid's doing.
See that? We got copycats now. We have copycats. The law has to be harsh. The law has to be harsh with people who play games like this. That is what must happen. Because you don't do this. You don't do this and you get a misdemeanor. No. This has to be a Class A felony. That is what has to happen. You're going to enjoy those cuffs. 11-year-old allegedly concocted kidnapping hoax because she thought it would be funny. Couldn't be my daughter. Couldn't be my kid. Law enforcement set out Wednesday to find an armed man who kidnapped a 14-year-old girl, only to discover that there was no abduction, Authorities claimed an 11-year-old girl texted in the false report to 911. This kind of prank activity is dangerous. We're going to investigate every incident, but today it was wasted vulnerable resources that might have been able to help someone else who legitimately needed our help, Volusia County Sheriff Mike Chitwood said in a statement to Facebook. At 9:45 a.m., a dispatcher described getting a disturbing report about the abduction. The suspect purportedly drove a white van on South Interstate 95 in the city of Oak Hill. The girl said her 14-year-old friend had been abducted and she was following in a blue Jeep. Deputies wrote. The child allegedly texted updates for the next hour and a half. This included a description of the male suspect and a claim he had a gun. Multiple deputies responded along with Edgewater, New Smyrna Beach, and Port Orange Police and Air One to search for the suspect vehicle, but no van was found, deputies wrote. Authorities tracked down the phone that texted 911, reaching a home in the city of Port Orange. The girl's father told law enforcement that she was inside the house with the family. According to the deputies, the child told them she got the idea to prank 911 through a YouTube challenge, and she thought it would be funny. Authorities did not find it very amusing, as indicated in a brief body cam expert. I'm telling you this right now, you're going to take this as a lesson at 11 years old, that if you do something stupid in the future, you're going to enjoy those cuffs. One man told the child, whose face is blurred in the footage. I'm not going to do this again, she said, her voice cracking with emotions. You know this is going to be an opportunity for you to turn this into a learning experience, the official said. This is not something you're going to carry. This is not something you're going to carry with you for the rest of your life. This child is charged with making a false police report concerning the use of a firearm in a violent manner, a felony, and misuse of 911, a misdemeanor, deputy said. Authorities said that they took her to the Family Resource Center for processing and then Volusia Regional Juvenile Detention Center. All right. This is, look, the family has to pay a fine. But I will say this, depending on the age of the individual, since this child she's 11, so detention, juvenile. But for Carlee Russell, 5 years, 5 hard years in jail. That what needs to be done. Period. That's all I got for now. All right. Anything you want to know about this channel in the description box? I'm also on Spotify and Rumble. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Later.